Hi guys, welcome to Forkin Allotment. I am Chris. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about and planting this, which is garlic, or this, which is a clove of garlic. Now, what I want to do first is talk about a few basics. So you want to be preparing your soil well. Add plenty of well-rotted compost to your soil before planting, and always plant in the sunniest spot on your plot or in your garden. Garlic needs a period of 6 weeks cold weather, of at least below 10 degrees Celsius. That will help it to form proper cloves, or otherwise your garlic will grow, the bulb will grow, or sorry, the clove will grow, but it will just be one big clove. It won't split into separate garlic cloves. As a rule, plant autumn varieties between October and December, and spring varieties should be planted between January and early April, but no later than early April. I'd say probably around up to sort of like early April, I'd probably say would be up until sort of the 10th, 12th. Probably could get away with mid-April up to the 15th, but it's got to have at least 6 weeks of cold weather below 10 degrees. So just be aware of that when you're planting. Right, so we've also got the question of hardneck or softneck. Hardnecks grow a flower stalk. They have a stronger flavour than the more common softneck varieties. Softnecks are milder in taste, and they are the types that are more commonly available in supermarkets and shops. Elephant garlic is really, it's basically a perennial leek with a much milder flavour. Its cloves will split when dried, so they don't really store very well. Elephant garlic doesn't really store very well. Though you get large bulbs, it doesn't really store very well, so it's not always a good option. Or just grow maybe a few elephant garlic. I wouldn't go over the top. Break the full bulb into separate cloves, but don't break it up more than 24 hours before you want to plant your cloves. Also make sure that you don't bruise any of your cloves of garlic when you're breaking the bulb into cloves. I've picked some decent sized cloves for planting. These ones are Solent White from King's. I will leave a link at the bottom. I'm also going to be planting, I know this is a big no-no for a lot of people, but I'm also going to be planting some supermarket garlic. I am doing this in containers, so it's not going to be such an issue with if we get white rot from these, because I know that they aren't always treated for that, and they're not always used for growing, but I know a lot of people do grow supermarket garlic. So I'll get the camera turned around and I'll get it down here so you can see what I'm doing, and then we will cover a little more on garlic in one moment. Right guys, here we go. So I've got my container here that I'm going to be planting my garlic into. I can plant my garlic the right distance apart, and I can get 10 cloves in this container here. So what we want to do, we want to be planting our garlic 6 inches apart and 3 to 4 centimeters below this soil. So you probably want to be going, as a rule, I think you really want to be going sort of the depth of your garlic again under the soil. What you're also going to be looking for is, garlic also has a point, just like onions. You don't have to take all the paper off of them, but just make sure that the bit at the bottom here this bit here is the basal plate. This is where your roots will come from. So you want to make sure that is clear of any paper when you're putting this into the ground. So we want to be planting 6 inches apart, and we want to be planting them 3 to 4 centimeters below the surface with the pointy end facing up. Keep the ends just below the soil level to keep birds from pulling them up. I'm planting them in containers, and I'm going to be covering them with netting. That's why I haven't filled the container completely up to the top, because I want to use netting across the top to stop birds from getting to my garlic cloves. So we will push these into the ground like so, and just cover them over. If your soil is heavy, what you want to do is put like 1 inch of sharp sand or fine gravel into the bottom of your planting hole, and that should aid drainage in heavy soil. So larger bulbs grow from larger cloves. Seems obvious, but it doesn't always work that way, I suppose, with a lot of fruit and vegetables. So the fatter cloves around the edge, forming sort of a circle around the center of your garlic bulb, will be the better cloves for growing larger bulbs. And so as I say, the fatter cloves forming a circle around the inner ring are the best cloves to use for planting. A sprinkle of wood ash or dressing of well rotted manure in sort of February time will give your garlic a springtime boost. The best garlic growing weather is plenty of moisture until around mid-June, followed by drier weather towards harvest time, but always water your garlic in dry spring. You don't want them getting too dry. As I say, you want plenty of moisture up until mid-June, so you want to be making sure that you are keeping that moisture content in your soil for your garlic to grow nicely. Just finished putting these last few garlic in. Like so. So yeah, when it comes to harvesting your garlic, you'll know when to harvest it, but hard necks and soft necks are different. Hard necks are ready when the leaves start to change colour, or soft necks are ready when the leaves wilt and lie on the ground. So just be aware of which type of garlic you have. I've got both varieties I have are soft neck varieties, so that shouldn't be such an issue with my garlic here. So what I will do is I'll go and get a watering can. I'll give this a quick water, and then we'll be ready to go. And I will get another one of these filled up and get it ready for doing the... Right guys, so I'm back here. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing my garlic that I bought from the supermarket. Now, this garlic I bought here, this is just your bog standard 16p garlic from Tesco's. Obviously other supermarkets are available, and you don't have to get them from Tesco's. So you don't have to get them from Tesco's. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the bulb. Like so, and I'll show you what we do here to get each clove, like so. Let's say basal plate and this point. So what we'll do now is take this again and we'll plant it 1 to 2 centimeters deep, cover the top over. and then we'll carry on doing that until we've planted 10 of these bulbs as well, or these cloves as well. We just want to make sure that we don't have to take all the paper off, but just make sure that you uncover the basil plate on the bottom there. You can see there was quite a lot of paper covering the basil plate on that one. As I say, I'm going to be covering these over with netting anyway, so it's not going to be too bad for the birds getting to them. So that will be a good thing. You could of course grow garlic and onions actually in an unheated greenhouse, but I would say it'd have to be unheated because it needs to be below 10 degrees for at least 6 weeks for the garlic bulbs, the garlic cloves, to form a bulb. I mean, I've got a decent sized clove there from supermarket garlic. As I say, I know some people swear by it, and some people would be horrified by what I'm doing now. I just want to really check and make sure I get the best bulbs, the best cloves, which should give us the best bulbs. Just try and clear the basil plate on this one. There we go. That's why I bought two. I bought 2 actual bulbs of garlic so I could get the best cloves out of them. Now, as I say, these won't be ready until July time now. So a lot of everything that we are doing at the moment on the channel, and you guys will be doing at home, is really preparing now for next year. So we're getting some onions in to get us some earlier onions. We're getting broad beans in, which I need to be doing soon. We're getting our garlic in. We'll be setting up our fruit bushes soon to be getting those, pardon me, those in. I do have a fruit bush, which I will be doing, which I will be planting soon. I got from Blackmore Fruit, so I will be doing that video soon. It's absolutely pouring down with rain outside, so that's brilliant for today. Good thing I'm inside the shed. But yeah, I wanted to get this garlic in now because it's probably about optimum time really to get your garlic in. So there we go, that is that done. This one is the supermarket garlic. So yeah guys, all I can say is please do visit King's, who provided me with this garlic. Not this garlic, sorry, the other garlic for the Solent White. I will put a link to that on the in the description. I will be keeping an eye on these throughout the year, throughout the winter and into towards spring, and we will keep doing an update videos on how this garlic is getting on and how the other garlic is getting on, the Solent White. And other than that guys, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and other than that I shall see you in the next video, which will hopefully be planting my blackcurrant bush. So I shall see you all in that video, but please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you all later. Goodbye.